You think you know who the richest people in the world are. You've heard of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. But what if I told you there's an entire class of billionaires so secretive, so hidden, that most people have never even heard their names? These aren't tech entrepreneurs or oil tycoons. They're not celebrities or politicians. They operate in complete shadows, controlling more wealth than entire countries. Yet they've mastered the art of invisibility. But the truth behind this will shock you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal three mind-blowing secrets about this hidden billionaire class. First, I'll show you how they've accumulated more wealth than the top 10 public billionaires combined. And they did it using a strategy so simple, yet so brilliant, that it's been hiding in plain sight for centuries. Second, you'll discover the one industry that creates more secret billionaires than any other. And it's not what you think. It's not tech, it's not oil, it's not real estate. It's something you interact with every single day without even knowing it. Third, I'll expose the shocking reason why these billionaires stay hidden and why the media will never talk about them. The answer will make you question everything you thought you knew about wealth and power. These people control supply chains, influence governments, and shape entire economies from the shadows. They're puppet masters pulling strings you can't even see. Let me show you exactly how this happened. To understand this hidden world, we need to go back to something most people completely misunderstand about wealth itself. When you think of rich people, you probably picture someone with a fancy car, a big house, maybe a yacht. You think of someone who shows off their money. But here's what most people don't realize. The truly wealthy don't want you to know they exist. Think about it this way. If you had $1 billion, would you want everyone to know? Would you want people asking you for money? Would you want governments trying to tax you more? Would you want kidnappers targeting your family? Of course not. The billionaires you know about, the Musks, the Bezoses, they're actually the exception, not the rule. They became famous because of their businesses. They had to be public. But for every public billionaire, there are dozens you've never heard of. Here's the first mini surprise. Forbes' billionaire list only captures about 30% of the world's actual billionaires. The rest have mastered the art of staying invisible. These hidden billionaires learned something crucial that most people never figure out. They learned that true power comes from control, not recognition. They don't need magazine covers or social media followers. They need something much more valuable, influence without accountability. But how do you hide billions of dollars? How do you build massive wealth without anyone noticing? The second mini surprise, they use a web of shell, companies, trusts, and offshore accounts so complex that even governments can't track their real wealth. Some of these structures have been in place for over 200 years, passed down through generations like family recipes. And here's what makes this even more fascinating. Many of these hidden billionaires are richer than entire countries. There are individuals you've never heard of who have more wealth than the GDP of nations like Denmark or Singapore. The third mini surprise, some of them have been so successful at staying hidden that they've influenced major world events without anyone knowing they were involved. Wars have been funded, governments have been influenced, and entire industries have been shaped by people whose names you'll never see in a newspaper. They operate in industries that are essential but boring, industries that people don't pay attention to. Industries that are so fundamental to how the world works that they're practically invisible. Now here's where things get really interesting. Hidden billionaires isn't how they make their money. It's where they make it. You're probably thinking tech, right? Or maybe oil, real estate, or banking? But you'd be wrong. The number one source of hidden billionaire wealth is something called commodity trading. Now, I know what you're thinking. Commodity trading? That sounds boring. And that's exactly the point. It's so boring that nobody pays attention to it. But here's the shocking truth. Commodity traders control more wealth than any other industry on earth. Let me explain this in simple terms. Every single day, you interact with dozens of commodities without even thinking about it. The coffee you drink, the gas in your car, the metal in your phone, the grain in your bread, all of these things are commodities. And here's the kicker. Between the farmer who grows your coffee and the store where you buy it, there are usually 3 to 5 commodity trading companies that buy, sell, and transport that coffee around the world. Each time they touch that coffee, they make money. And they do this with millions of tons of commodities every single day. Here's a